Shalom, Israel.
Hey, this bass knocks so hard, I might have to take some of the bass out of my kicker, man.
This ain't the lane, the milk and honey. The money's bloody.
Take some of the bass out. Look, I had to take some of the bass out. That's how much the bass knock. I'm gonna put the bass. Look, I'm gonna put the bass back in. I'm gonna put the bass back in. Wrestle with reptiles, crocodile Dundees. You type that like a gentrified with the white youngins. I'm the type that chill with scummy, with a black scully. So I'm public enemy like Chuck D. So you know it's fuck you if it's fuck me. Your shoes crummy, your clothes bummy, your look musty. Your bitch ugly, her toes crusty, her weave dusty. Your spine's muddy, your heart's fluffy, your mouth gully. My son's coming, my wise love me, my life love you. I know the son hate me, I know the son love me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you thinking of me. First I'm your buddy, now you gonna fuck me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you. He ain't have what it take, we just let him fake it. Now he live, giving out his dying declaration. Seen this once too many times, them niggas never make it. This situation ain't that big, but I'ma escalate it. We ain't buying all them lies, you selling desperately. They should've told you having heart sold separately. Look, check your registry, never mind, cause we gon' give your name to whoever we got next in line. Look, and I got bars, it's like scared straight. He don't even look the same, he got a scared face. It's a shame, we watch everybody fall around you. It's a one West world, it don't revolve around you. Yeah, this is Captain Katazar and Natazar, new song. Because them little niggas Jones around you. And if you do, I'ma kill a whale. You go against the brotherhood, might as well kill yourself. Shooters and rap about them souvenirs don't make you a shooter. If it's fuck me, then it's fuck you too. The feeling's mutual. Real nigga university, you ain't a student. If the general ain't authorizing it, he ain't approving. Look, you better count the cost before you go to war. Oh, you man, you remind me of a woman's scorn. You a traitor in its final form, but we gon' hold this shit down, thus says the Lord. I know the son hate me, I know the son love me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you thinking of me. First I'm your buddy, now you gonna fuck me. Oh, you mad? Glad that you thinking of me. Yeah, glad that you thinking of me. Oh, you mad? I'm just glad that you. Hey y'all, welcome to another edition of Called Chronicles. I'm your host with the most, Captain Tazaryach of ISUPK. I just want to let y'all know I got a busy. When I say busy main week coming up. I got a busy week coming up, especially the weekend. So Friday I'm gonna be on No Fugazi podcast. But I'll be debating Jay Dyer, 7 o'clock. Let me get this for y'all real fast. So Friday, got you, bet. So No Fugazi hit me up. I'm gonna read to y'all exactly how the conversation went. So No Fugazi hit me up and said, he says, he was like, yo, you down to debate Jay Dyer? So Jay Dyer is an Orthodox Christian.
right? So he's like, you down to debate Jay Dyer this Wednesday or next Wednesday? I said, this coming Wednesday, what subject? He said, actually, this Friday. And the subject that he picked was, is Orthodox Christianity true? Is BHI true? So I said, what entails number one? I'm not doing number two because I'm never debating. Let me tell you, this is a sidebar. Let me tell you something. This is for all Israel, because when I say I'm the captain of all Israel, I'm your captain's captain too. You know, like when Styles P said on Rough Riders, he was like, Styles P, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. I'm your captain's captain too. I'm your general's captain.
Sir, I want to ask you a question, sir.
Hey, can you just wait? Can you just wait a second while I'm doing this intro? Yeah, no problem. I just want to do this introduction and then I'll take your question, all right? So,
thank you, sir.
Y'all got to stop taking any debates with non-Israelites to prove who you are. The only people that you should debate that subject with, is the so-called Jewish man. Because with the so-called Jewish man, like I debated this so-called Jew on Jake Shields' podcast, and we got into who was the real Jew. Now, that is a good person to debate because he's laying claim to who we are. He may say, well, y'all laying claim to who we are. But don't debate no Ethiopians, don't debate no Africans, don't debate no other type of white people, don't debate no Chinese people. Stop trying to prove, don't debate other black people. You do not have to prove to a black person who you are when that black person can't even tell you who they are. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you say, hey, Brick, when you say the title is wrong, you talk about the title for my current live stream? Let me look at my current live stream. So with that said, I just want to finish. Wack 100 tells Adin Ross blacks are Jews. Sunday is idol worship. Charleston White beat up at comedy. No, that looks right. No, Wack didn't tell Adin Ross that he was black. No, that's not what Wack said. Wack did not tell Adin Ross he was black. Wack told Adin Ross that blacks are Jews according to the father. I'm gonna play the video. So now with No Fugazi, because I know the brother say he got a question he want to ask me. So so the next thing I told No Fugazi, I said, you cannot be biased. This was No Fugazi's response. He said, I'm not Orthodox nor BHI. Where would the bias come from? LOL, I moderated fair. So next Friday. So this Friday, I'll be debating Jay Dyer on is Orthodox Christianity true? I might want to button down the subject. Hold up. Can we get a button down on the topics? Hold up. Topics of Christianity. Topics of his belief. Example. Is Jesus God? Was Mary born? Was Jesus born without Joseph? All right. So now to Jeffrey, I think that's your name. Is that your name, Jeffrey?
It's Jeffrey.
Yeah, and shout out to Fully because he said Rampage low-key agreed with him because Rampage did agree with him. All right? So go ahead, Jeffrey. You got a question?
Yes, sir. My name's Joffrey Cortez. I was born in Jamaica, Queens, New York. I just want to ask you a question. My mom, right? My grandfather was a Hasidic Jew, and he met my grandmother when she came from Puerto Rico.
When you say your grandfather, on your father's side or mother's side?
My grandfather on my mom's side was a Hasidic Jew. He had relations with my grandmother when she came from Puerto Rico. And they had my mom. They tried to have an abortion, but they couldn't because it was illegal back then.
I don't know if you could say that A word on TikTok. We could put some
I apologize.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So then my dad is Sicilian, and he was running.
You said your dad. You said your biological father is Sicilian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't want to have me because I'm not fully Sicilian, so I couldn't be in his car. So they tried to get rid of me, but they couldn't get rid of me. I lived.
Oh, okay,
so
but I got. But why are you calling me about that though?
Because you're the captain of the Jews. So am I a Jew
But,
or not? Because I have a Jew in my name.
Because you're the captain of the Jews. So am I a Jew or not?
hey, Elder, Elder, you get that?
You think this is funny? You think
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm not joking.
Wait, hold on, wait.
You see what I'm saying?
Wait.
You see what I'm saying?
Slow down. Listen, slow
I
down.
love Jesus.
Okay,
I love Jesus.
slow down. Slow down.
Sorry about that.
Remember,
Sorry.
so if you know anything about me, you know that I don't believe that you're a Jew or an Israelite because you're white. You just said
No,
your father.
I'm a fucking gangster. I'm Puerto Rican. What's
You not okay? If you could just watch. Listen. Okay, listen. If you can't watch, your language, listen. If you can't watch your language, wait. One second. I don't care how hostile. Listen, Jeffrey. You see what you go through on TikTok, Jeffrey? I don't care how hostile you are. That part is cool.
I'm not hostile.
Wait.
I'm a gentleman.
You are being rude. Listen. Just listen. Why you can't just okay, but just control yourself for a second so you can hear me. Just control yourself.
But I'm not white. Don't disrespect.
Oh, I heard you, but I just need you to be quiet. I don't care how hostile you are. Just watch the language, or I'm gonna have to remove you. You can't say the F-bomb. You can't do all the cursing and the A word you said earlier. This is TikTok. So now, let me explain to you. I know you might feel disrespected because I called you white. I don't mean to disrespect you. But if I'm to listen to you correctly, you say on your mother's side that your mother's father was Jewish and Puerto Rican. That's your mother's side. And then your father's side is Sicilian and what else?
Sicilian, Spanish.
Right. So now, and then you said your father rejected because he rejects the Spanish side because you're not full-blood Sicilian, right?
I couldn't be in the mosque.
Right. So now, and from a biblical narrative, you are what your father is. So you are white according to the biblical narrative, because if your father is Sicilian, then you're Sicilian. So you may assimilate with your listen. You may assimilate to your Puerto Rican side. Maybe you grew up in that culture more. So you may assimilate with that. You assimilate with that, but you're white.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you're white. You definitely a white man. You're a white man for sure. The difference is, I'm gonna tell you the difference.
Don't say I want to go in the house.
The difference is,
I want to go to hell.
Look, man, they get irate. Like, I don't know why. You see how I'm not acting like you?
Because you're white.
I'm not white.
You're a cracker.
I'm not white. Listen, the white, listen. 1 second. Relax, man. Even the white man's DNA test tells me that I'm not white. Wait, hold on, stop. Relax.
I'm from Africa.
Now he's from Africa, man.
You're a honky.
Listen, man, I tried I tried to talk to him. Look, a guest in your live is violated. Our hate speech and policy may lead to restrict. Yep. So I have to kick him off because now I just got a warning from TikTok for what he said. Now y'all know how to, they've been going crazy on me on TikTok. They act like if they don't hey, I got you on the line, brother. You might want to be careful. If I might have to go to Facebook or something because he gets on here saying all these rude words, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? 520-246. Yeah, what's going on, brother? What's your question on where you calling from? Come on, 520, brother. What's up, man? Oh, he'll get it together. He'll probably call back. On the line, we got El Tone. I think El Tornado. And then I'm going to come to you right after that, Elder. El Tornado?
Hey, what's up, Cap? I was just kind of coming up here because I wanted to say, but you're about to talk about it. I heard a Wack yesterday talk to Adin about and mentioning, what you had talked about, to them. And I was just like,
right.
Oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of how deep. I barely started following you a few months ago. And
okay.
we talked about
so you saw that, right?
Yeah, man, that's deep, bro. You moving, man.
You know, that's the third time he's done that. For those that don't know, Wack has so Wack was on Vlad TV, right? And this is what I mean when I was just saying this elder that was with me I was in this brother Sharam's TikTok. If y'all don't know Sharam is a decent brother. Y'all could go follow his TikTok, follow his platform, and I frequent his platform. So when I was just on that platform, and I was explaining to people that we boast in the Most High, and this brother was saying like I'm wrong because I only used the KJV 1611. He said I'm supposed to be using the Book of Enoch and stuff like that. I said, well, in my world, I have been able to push this truth or push the word of the Lord immensely. To be honest, I have been able to push this truth. The word of the Lord. Thanks to the Most High and the excellent work that he's allowed me to do in his name. Yeah, are you talking about, can you just mute your mic till I finish? I would greatly appreciate it. You think you could do that? Thank you. I appreciate it. So when it comes to doing this work of the Most High, I'm trying to see if I could just find a video that I got with Wack. I might have to search it on my phone to find it. So Wack was being interviewed with Vlad on Vlad TV, and they happen to be talking about Drake. And so Vlad was calling Drake Jewish, and Vlad was like, I'm sorry, and Wack 100 is like, he's not Jewish, and Vlad is like, yes, he is Jewish. Wait, hold on, I'm about to play it. Let me see if this is it right here. I'm about to play it right now. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I believe this is it. Let me turn this up.
Nah, his mom is Jewish. His dad is black.
Now, this video that I'm about to play.
He's not Jewish yet.
This video I'm about to play, when you look here, I don't know if y'all can see it on that phone. It says, Wack told Vlad, Captain Tazaryach told him Drake is an Israelite. So this is the first time that he said, now, me and Wack have known each other. Me and Wack have known each other for years, right? And so Wack always knows the position that I come from as far as talking about who we are. So this is the first time that he said it. I want y'all to listen.
Yes, he is. No, he's definitely Jewish. No, he's not. His mom is Jewish. His dad is black. His mom is Jewish, and based on the Jewish faith, black. No, based on the Jewish faith, if you have a Jewish mom, he's Jewish. Check this out. I've been getting. He had a bar mitzvah. No. He had a bar mitzvah. Listen, I'm a street dude. I'm a street dude, and I've been getting teachers, and it's hard to teach me because I won't listen to everything. Okay. Captain Tazaryach from the ISUPK.
Wait, hold on.
Said when he.
I forgot I have the background on, so y'all can't see it on my phone. So let me see if I turn the background off.
Yeah, you gotta switch it, brother.
Yeah, I just switched it. All right, so I'm gonna switch it. So now y'all will be able to see it. All right, so I'm gonna play it again. Hold on, let me play it again.
He's not Jewish. Yes, he is. No, he's definitely Jewish. No, he's not. His mom is Jewish. His dad is black. His mom is Jewish, and based on the Jewish faith, black. No, based on the Jewish faith, if you have a Jewish mom, he's Jewish. Check this out. I've been getting. He had a bar mitzvah. No. He had a bar mitzvah. Listen, I'm a street dude. Videos of it. I'm a street dude, and I've been getting teachers, and it's hard to teach me because I won't listen to everything. Okay. Captain Tazaryach from the ISUPK said when it comes down to the 12 tribes of Judah. Okay. I hope I'm saying this right, Cap. If your father is black, then you are an Israelite black man. That's it.
Now imagine.
Not the mother, the father.
Now imagine out of all people on the face of the planet, the brother that goes out there and has defended and spoke about us being Israelites, that doesn't consider himself an Israelite, has been somebody that is from a gang background, loud. People say, he don't respect, he don't do this. Me and that brother's had a great relationship. That brother's allowed me to interview Kanye. Like I interviewed Kanye West through him. I interviewed, he brought me on Vlad TV. He got me doing it when I go to Cali next week. He got me doing another interview with brothers. Man, shout out to my big brother Wack 100. And then also, he did this yesterday. This video that I'm about to play. Let me put the camera back off. So yesterday he was at a fight Adin Ross, because Blueface and them was doing a fight sidebar. It looked like Adin Ross is another culture vulture. It looked like Adin Ross went out there and they rocked. Listen, I didn't even know Super Hot Fire was boxing. Do y'all know Super Hot Fire? Wait, do y'all know Super Hot Fire? Yo, y'all know that guy Gypsy? Wait, y'all know that guy Gypsy that Commander Jenny Hunter debated? For those that don't know, I got that. I'm gonna show y'all. So that guy Gypsy, right? Let me show y'all. Hold up, where's it at? Let me find that video. Commander Jenny Hunter, right? He had recently debated this Gypsy guy on this guy. Let me see if I can show y'all the picture. So if y'all see this picture here, this is Commander Jenny Hunter and the Gypsy guy. See that? Right? Y'all see that there? So now when I go to Instagram, I want to show y'all. I think No Jumper had it on there. Let me go over to No Jumper. I think they had it up there. Let me go to No Jumper. I did not know Super Hot Fire was boxing.
Nah, that's funny.
And so now you see, look, this is Super Hot Fire and that same Gypsy. Do y'all know that Super Hot Fire beat the Gypsy and Adin Ross and them robbed him of it? When they said that, when they announced that he won by split decision, they all said that this bullshit that he robbed him. Adin Ross robbed Blueface according to what they say. Listen, man, we call a white man the devil for a reason. Y'all better.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't like when you was interviewed on that little kids podcast, bro. That shit was dumb. Y'all had a lot of important shit. You had a lot of important shit going on. Like he was being stupid with the bread and shit.
But you know that's the whole. But have you ever seen this platform? Wait, before I talk about that, let me finish this. So when Wack was on, so Wack is, of course, because Blueface is fighting, Wack was on one of the commentators. And so as they doing the commentator, this is what Wack said last night. Let me show y'all. Let me play it. Where you at? Let me refresh my screen. This is what Wack said last night. Oh, let me turn it up. Oh.
I wasn't tuned into it, to be honest.
So you're not gonna hear it. You can't really hear it through all the noise. But when Wack was talking to Adin Ross last night, Adin Ross tried to cause or make it appear like there's division between Blueface and Wack because Wack is a blood, Blueface is a Crip. And Wack says, but we're both black. And then Adin Ross chimes in and says, well, I'm Jewish. And Wack says, well, Captain Tazaryach said you're a Jew by your father. Yo, Wack is my nigga, man. I'm sorry. Can't nobody tell me shit about Wack. I'm sorry. I don't care who y'all is. I don't care what y'all is. Can't nobody tell me shit about Wack. I don't care. Listen, and everybody's experience with anybody is different. So yeah. I don't care what nobody say.
Some grimy shit though, Wack.
Who?
Back in the day.
But I think everybody do some shit that somebody. People say I'm grimy. People say when I said I wouldn't feed that African kid, you know how many black people was mad at me because I wouldn't feed that little African kid?
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't get caught up in people's emotions about what's grimy, what's not grimy, what's this, what's that. I'm not feeding no African kid. And if you say I'm a savage for it, yeah, that's what I am. I'm a savage. But when you was talking about the Matan, then I'm gonna take everybody's questions. Again, the phone lines are open. If you got a question or comment, just call 862-224-9027. You can ask your question. If you're on TikTok, you can just come in. My live streams are set for auto accept. The only thing I ask when you come on the screen is if you could just mute your mic, and then we kind of have like a one mic policy. So I go to each person individually. So if y'all could do that. And also too, if you can heart the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could heart the video. If you could thumb up the video on YouTube, thumb up and hearts don't cost you anything. If you want to give a brother a gift or two, those things are greatly appreciated on TikTok. So I would appreciate it if you did. So with that, before I get to TikTokers, 520, you keep calling my phone, man. What's up?
My bad. I was asking because you had said you're debating Jay Dyer.
Mm-hmm.
I had seen y'all first interaction on his channel, specifically?
I've spoken with Jay Dyer before.
Yeah, I mean, it was like one of those debates where he chimed in. It was supposed to be just like a one-on-one, but he ended up making it like a 1-on-2. So
send it to me, because I didn't even know we ever spoke before.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. When you get time, if you can send it to me, I appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, it's on his channel specifically.
Yeah.
So when I watched the video, like I just watched the video, those Orthodox Christians are very disrespectful. Like I don't.
That's right up my alley. That's right up my alley.
So where do you think that conversation is gonna go?
I'm gonna whoop his ass. What you mean?
I know, but like, I'm like, what specifically? Like, what topic?
That's what I'm trying to work out now. I just text No Food Gate. Caller, hold on. I just messaged No Fugazi to kind of see if we could button down exactly what we're going to talk about. So that's what I'm waiting on.
All right, and then
but whatever the subject is, it's a wrap. That call, my bad. But to my TikTok audience, y'all heard that, right? And to the people on the phone, y'all heard that?
Yeah.
That's how you know this shit ain't phony.
You cool.
That's how you know this shit ain't phony. So now imagine, and you heard what he said, right? What he said was, I'm probably the most active non-Israelite that pushes the Israelites. He don't, and the crazy part is, I consider Wack an Israelite. He's an Israelite to me. Right. Yeah, like all of us, like all of us are Israelites to me, but he don't consider himself an Israelite. But even though he don't, he take that information and pushes it. And when he don't have to go on Vlad and push it. He don't have to go to talk to Adin Ross and push it. He don't have to bring me on no jump. And when you think about the worlds, and this is why I always say it's the Most High, because who would have ever thought that Captain Tazaryach and Wack 100 would have a bond, would have a brotherhood? Who would ever know that? Nobody would know that. But he, like he said, he heard it, he respected it, and the thing about too, when Adin Ross does the whole blood and crip thing to kind of sideways step it, when he says I'm Jewish, Adin is saying that as a form of superiority. And then Wack, because I taught Wack what it means to be a Jew, he was able to counter Adin's so-called superiority and then crush it.
I seen that.
You know what I mean? So that shit make it dope.
Know about the decolonization process in the Moroccan Empire.
If you can hold your peace, one. If you just hold it,
definitely.
Appreciate it. I'll come to you in a second. I do want to get these phone calls on the phone line. It says Hamed Sese. Am I saying that right? Hamed Sese. Oh wait, I got to turn the mic. Yeah, I can hear you. Got a question or comment?
Yeah, this is gonna be loaded, so just be patient with me.
You said you're gonna be what?
I said this is gonna be loaded. Like this is gonna be there's a lot of just be patient with me.
Okay, I'll try my best. Go ahead.
I've been with you ever since Polite. You know, you doing a debate with Polite. You know what I mean? That debate, the first debate with Polite, and so zealous for the Most High. I was like, this is my people. This is my brother. I called you over the years a couple of times, but I think I wanted to ask you. One of the things I wanted to ask you, considering the Africans, right? Considering the Africans, you know that there's actually tribes over there that have like the Ebola or the Lumba that actually are been proven that they are Israelites. So like when you say Africans in whole, and like he said
I never said African. I've never used the term Africans in whole.
When you say, you never said Africans in the whole, but when you say it, it seems like all of them, and we know that they were spread all over the world.
Let me ask you a question. If I say we're not American, would you understand? Okay. If I say we not American, do you understand that?
Yeah, of course.
So why when I say we not African, you don't understand that?
No, I do understand. But when I'm saying but it makes it seems like when I'm saying when I hear it from him, I mean when I hear it's almost like, like when you say, I'm not feeding that African or whatever.
And and also too, you just said Ebola. I don't think you meant Ebola because that's a virus. I think you meant Igbo.
The limbo and
the Igbo. I think you meant Igbo, not Ebola. Ebola is a virus.
You got me. You got me. You got me. And last, but I'm not saying. But when you say it in general, it just sounds like it's like, you know what I mean.
Let me tell you the power. Let me tell you what I mean when I say African, right? American, right? When Kamala Harris went for president of the United States, right? She received. Hold on one second. Caller, hold on. When Kamala Harris went for president, she received over 90% of the black vote. Just recently, my girl Jasmine Crockett, right? Who she's single, so I can say what I'm gonna say. Who I would gladly bring her into the fold of the House of Wack. She won majority of the black vote to be the senator in Texas. But although she had over 90% of the black vote, although Kamala Harris had over 90% of the black vote, they still lost because that 90% is a drop in the bucket when you're only 10 to 12% of the population. So Africa, listening is an art. Listening is an art, brother. So when we say we're not American, everybody understands that, because really the reason why everybody understands that is because they know and dislike white people. Because we're trying to hold on to Africans, I have to now break down the African part different than I break down the American part. I should have the freedom to say we are not African, we are not American, we are not European, and everybody knows the context that I'm talking about. If you know the context I'm talking about with not being American, then it's the same context of African. But because people want to still try to find a way to see this melanated person and say that might be an Israelite, that's why y'all want me to jump through hoops to break down to you the African part, but I don't have to break through hoops to break down the American part when we've been in America for 500 years, and I still don't have to break down the American part. I'm never saying we not American, and they be like, nah, because that brother, that person that look white, he might be black. But every time I say we not African, nah, because we know we got the Limba tribe, we got the Ebola tribe, we got this tribe. I'm saying Ebola because he said Ebola, not because I said Ebola. Like, we got this tribe over here. You never know. I shouldn't have to do that. We gotta raise our level of consciousness. That sounded so funny saying. We gotta raise our level of consciousness to understand what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to keep dumbing down my consciousness. Y'all gotta elevate. Come on, this is how the blacks do it. When a black person talk and they do like this, or when Umar Johnson talk and he do like this, he wants y'all to think. So y'all gotta think and say, why does Cap having to keep dumbed down? He said this for years. What he means, keep up.
Or are you with him? Or am I? Listen, you.
Caller, hold on.
You know what I mean? Like, the way that you deliver your message, that's why I follow you. The way that you deliver your message, that's how, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I want it. But no. But I'm thinking, like, for people who, without the understanding, it's going to look, because you're so, you're so up there now, like, they might look at it as like, look at them in a different way. But you explained it and then you get it. And I never question that. But here's one thing I do I want you to expound on, if it's possible, if you got time.
Okay, you gotta hurry up with this one though, because I got a lot of calls and people on TikTok I gotta get to. So can you ask the question in 30 seconds, please? Okay.
All right. When you say Latino, and when you say Latinos and everything, whatever, is that considered Afro-Latinos, or you just saying all of them?
Oh, there's no Afro don't make you a Latina. Your
No,
father.
but
Let me finish, man. Your father makes you Latina. When you say Afro, what you did was identify a Latina based on their outward appearance, where we identify everybody based on their father. So let's say if their father don't have an Afro, let's say if their father has goat's hair and not lamb's hair. Like when they called us Afro-American, your Afro don't make you black. So no, we don't go by Afro-Latina. You'll never hear me say, if a Latin person comes on my platform, you'll never hear me say, well, are you Afro-Latino? You might hear me say, are you Taino? Are you Aztec? Are you Spaniard? Is your father from Spain? You're going to hear me say those things. There's no such thing as an Afro-Latina being an Israelite, because Bob Marley has an Afro. Bob Marley has thick hair, but he's not one of us. All right. I do got to roll. I appreciate the time. All right. So to my to the callers on the phone, just bear with me. I'm gonna come back to you. I do got to take two TikTok calls, and I'm gonna come right back to y'all. Just be patient with me. I appreciate it greatly. So we're gonna go El Tumray. Did you ask your question yet?
No, I actually was the one that just made the comment about Wack, and then we
went. Then it just went left field from there. You right. All right. So what's your question, brother? What's your question?
Just kind of enjoying. I had just a quick comment, man. I've been talking to Officer Parak over here because I've already been on here a while, and man, he been really putting me on. But I wanted to make one, like, have you ever thought about speaking to Rampage, man? I feel Rampage is right there, man.
I don't have no contact to him.
Don't Wack have a connection?
I didn't know that until last night.
Okay. So I mean, this is just for me. Then maybe because you touching a lot of people, you reaching a lot of people, man.
Hey, Entity, you gotta mute your mic, dude. Go ahead, brother.
Here was my question, right? To maybe for the people that come in here. So for those that like want to ask this, because the other day I was talking to somebody and they asked me this, what makes you, and this is so I can answer, okay? Not that I'm questioning. So somebody said, like, oh, well, what makes that religion any different from the other ones besides making sure they awake their people, right? And I was like, all right. And she's like, what is that helping everybody else? And then my question is, so
when you say everybody else, everybody outside of our people?
That's kind of how they're saying it, yeah.
No, because it ain't for. See, the thing about it is, first you got to make sure you tell them it's not a religion. Religion is something that subjugates you. That's the original meaning of the word religion. It means to subjugate you. So that's not what it means to us. All right. So we're not religious, and also with religion, anybody can be a part of that religion. Doesn't matter. Being an Israelite, you have to actually be an Israelite. Being an Israelite, you have to serve the God of that Israelite and the God of Israel, and only that God alone. In every other religion, you can serve whatever God you want to. It doesn't matter. In our way of life, I'll give you a perfect scripture. This is 1 Ezra 8. This is the most important part as to why. This is 1 Ezra 8, verse 83. It says, this is verse, I'm going to start at 83 to 85. It says, the land which ye enter into possess as an heritage is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers of the land, and they have filled it with their uncleanness. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons. Moreover, you shall never seek to have peace with them, that ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land. That's the most beneficial thing of being an Israelite. So of course the benefit, let me rephrase. The top or creme de la creme of being an Israelite is having a God to serve, laws to follow. Within those laws, it keeps us in a like, you know how they talk about the iPhones, how you see the blue bubbles? Like if you text somebody with an iPhone, you're going to see blue bubbles. If you text somebody and they don't got an iPhone, they got green bubbles. So the blue bubbles means they're one of us. The green mean they not. And you ever text somebody, like I didn't even realize how I could even get caught up in it. So if I text somebody and they got green bubbles, I look at them like they weird. I damn near don't even want to text them on my phone. If I text somebody and they text me back and they got green bubbles, I damn near, what I do is I take their number and text them from my Android. They like a heathen.
I feel kind of prejudiced too when I hear it.
So I got an Android. So this is my Android phone. This is my iPhone. When I give somebody my number, the first thing I say to them, I say, do you have an Android or iPhone? Because if they got an Android, I feel like they should not be allowed to text my iPhone because I don't want to see green bubbles. I want everything blue on my phone. That's what it means to be an Israelite, for everything to be blue. We don't want green bubbles in Israel. So the green bubbles is the heathen. So when I see when I see green bubbles on my iPhone, that's the heathen. And so with the heathen, I know, and you know what's crazy? If from your iPhone, if you send somebody a video to an Android phone, the quality of the video is not even the same no more. The video gets degraded. The picture gets everything gets lesser when you text from an iPhone to an Android. And that's what it is when an Israelite does anything with the heathen. It gets downgraded. It ain't the same. The quality ain't the same. The love ain't the same. The feelings ain't the same. So the most important thing about being an Israelite is to stay within the Israelites so we can be blue. I just gave a whole iPhone breakdown on how special it is to be in Israel. So that's the important, and that's what the Bible says, so that we can be strong. Because the minute that if we let one green bubble in, we got to let all green bubbles in. Then you know what they're going to say? It don't matter if you blue or green.
Apple need to sponsor you, bro.
Damn, that was dope. That was dope. Did I answer your question, brother?
Yeah. And then I'll let you go. I'll let somebody else. Now, this was for me real quick.
Okay.
I've been doing my research and I talked to, bro.
I don't feel bad, Heaven. Hold on 1 second, Heaven. I don't feel bad. I'll be like, look at this heathen. Look at this uncircumcised Philistine texting my iPhone. That's how I be looking at it. That's how I be looking at it. But go ahead with your last question, man. I got a lot of calls I got to get to. I'm going to get to all the calls. Just bear with me. Go ahead.
I appreciate you. This one's for me, man. So I've been going back and doing my research on my lineage and stuff. Now, I know I'm Mexican and all this stuff, but I found some stuff about my family. So I was talking to Brother Parak about it, and then he kind of explained some stuff. But I want some clarification from you. So we got a potential of Hebrew Israelites, and then the Ishmaelites, correct? And we both come from the same daddy.
No, we don't.
But I mean, I'm talking about like if we come from Ishmael, right?
Hey, call on the phone. You got to mute your phone to the callers on the phone. We are not related to Ishmael in no way, shape, or form.
Well, I'm saying, but there is, right? See, if you're Arab or got some Arab or something, you could potentially, right?
No. You know why?
Can you just break that down
This
for us?
is an example. This is why I read 1 Ezra 1:83. You shall never seek to have peace with them. That's what the way that you're going, you'll let them Ishmaelites get close to you. And them Ishmaelites can't get close to us. Hold on 1 second. Like, never think in your right mind that an Ishmaelite can get close. God said, when Sarah said, kick that broad out, God said, hearken unto her. That's what God said. Hey, caller, you got to call back after this call. That's what God said, because he said, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So when you say the seed of Abraham, who is the only seed of Abraham?
I mean,
when you say
was for Isaac,
see how I'm trying to feed your mind, brother. I'm gonna ask you again. Who's the only seed of Abraham?
I mean,
yep. Let me tell you, for everybody listening, for everybody listening, 1 second, brother. For everybody listening, this nigga gonna let the green bubbles in, y'all. Yes, he is. Hey, not the Zob. Who's the only? 1 second, brother. Not the Zob. Who's the only seed of Abraham?
Isaac, that's it.
That's it. That's the only seed of Abraham. There ain't no other seed. The iPhone don't let no other phone come into Android, come into the iPhone, to the ecosystem. And here's the crazy part. Now I'm gonna expand my blue bubble analogy. Do y'all know that Samsung makes the glass for iPhone? The Samsung, if you ever look up who makes the screen, if you ever look up who makes the screen for the iPhone, it's Samsung. And they still won't give Samsung blue bubbles. They like kick that nigga out. Because the blue bubbles is only for the iPhone. So that promise is only for Israel. That seed, Abraham's seed, is only Israel, Isaac, no matter how connected you might think Ishmael is. There you go. Samsung works for iPhone. That's the only position that the Ishmaelites can be. They can work for us, but they are not one of us. They ain't an uncle. They ain't a relative. They ain't shit. Period. Now I got to get to the next caller. I got to get to the next person, brother. All right? On the phone lines, damn, I gave a whole... Listen, I'm so nice with it. I just made a whole analogy with blue bubbles, the Samsung screen, and the whole 9 yards. That is funny as hell. On the phone lines, we got... Hold up. On the phone line, it is Jose Frage. Just so y'all know, I do the calls by who was on hold the longest. Jose Frage?
Yeah. Joe, you call me Joe.
Okay, go ahead, Joe. What's your question or comment?
So, I've been paying attention to the Israelites, and it seems like from the public eye, the focus is on blacks and Jews, which I agree with.
Caller, hold on. The focus is not on blacks and Jews. The Israelites.
I didn't say it is. I said from the public eye. So if
I get what you're saying. No, I got you now. Yeah, I got you now. I get what you're saying.
And I just pop up. It seems like that's the focus. When I'm not saying you don't teach it, but where's revelation? So after I learned that blacks are Jews, which is great, isn't salvation the main goal? Should be like priority? Why is it that blacks or Jews takes over your message?
Because you can't get to your salvation until you know who your identity is. Right? Because most people wait, let me finish. Right. Most Christians believe that salvation is for all, right?
Correct.
And so salvation is for all. It doesn't matter who you are, right? That's from the Christian side.
The general population.
Right, exactly. Yes. So Christ said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Christ also said, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow living waters. So as we teach people, we have to teach them that Christ says salvation is only for Israel. So if salvation is only for Israel, we have to now declassify all the information get rid of all the information that they were falsely taught, and then re-educate them. So we have to teach them. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Because I don't know when you stop, so if I cut you off, just let me know.
No, go ahead, brother.
When you teach that, when you get those people in, right? Why is it the message is still predominantly black to Jews? So now you I learned that.
Well, then that means that that's something you're stuck in, because you're still. Are you in school? Are you in ISUBK?
So the answer is, once you get in the fold.
I just want you to answer that question.
Next step. I'm not.
Right. You're still an outsider. So as an outsider, you might be watching debates where white people, because most people think that we're black extremists. That's what they call us. And then when we get on platforms, and then when they start hearing more, they can no longer use the black extremists anymore. Like when I bring my brother Tazaryach with me, when I bring Tazaryach with me, it almost disarms whatever blackity black talking points they had, because they're going to look at my complexion and they're going to look at Tazaryach's complexion and say, well, they can't be black extremists because people think I got white in me and people think Tazaryach got white. You know what I mean? Now the thing is, they like to tell me I'm not black anymore. They like to tell me I'm white. So once we go into these platforms, and depending on the platform, that kind of dictates it. But as far as what we teach, Because what we teach and what you see as far as debate goes are two different things. Because debates could be anything.
Okay.
Debates could be Jesus is God. The debate could be Virgin Mary. The debate could be who are the Jews. So depending on the subject, that's a debate. But the way we conduct ourselves as Israelites in a day-to-day life, you would never know because you're on the outside. You're just watching it like a TV show.
Correct. Last point. Revelation 7 verse 9.
Right.
What does it mean, all nations?
Revelation 7 and 9, I'm going to read two scriptures. Revelation 7 and 9 and Revelations 5 and 9 so you can understand, all right? So Revelations 7 and 9 and Revelations 5 and 9 are the two verses I'm going to read. So Revelation 7 and 9, it starts off with 12,000 from each tribe. What that 12,000 from each tribe represents is the governing body that's going to rule with Christ. Then verse 9 says, and after this I behold, lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues stood before the throne. Revelations 5 and 9 says, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy people out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. When it says of a nation, it's not saying they are that nation. They're just living in that nation. So the prophecy was to redeem the 12 tribes of Israel out of the nations that they are in. So in Revelation 7 and 9, those are the Israelites coming out of America, coming out of Africa, coming out of Europe, coming out of Asia, coming out of wherever they may be scattered from and then brought into the fold. It's not talking about bringing whites and Africans and Arabs and Jews and blacks all together like that. That's not what it's talking about. I'll give you one precept to match it, and then I'm going to take the next caller. This is Amos 9 and 9. It says... this is Amos 9 and 9. It says, for lo, I will command, it will sift the house of Israel among the heathen, like as corn is sifted upon the sea, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. So he's going to sift the house of Israel among all nations. You know what it means to sift, brother?
I do, and I have to read Revelation 5 again.
Yeah, but can you just answer if you know what it means to sift? Like to sift, imagine sifting. Yeah, there you go. So as he's sifting, he's going to let all of the rocks and dirt and everything fall to the wayside, but he's going to keep the corn. So the corn is Israel, the rocks and the dirt and everything, that's the other nations.
So if a white person is working towards salvation, keeping the commandments,
a white person can't work towards salvation.
I'm saying, wouldn't it be up to God to
there ain't no what if.
Got to get kicked out?
There ain't no what if. God said, the nation that will not serve Israel shall perish. That's what God said. Isaiah 60 and 10.
Israel in heaven.
Yeah, they'll serve. No, they'll serve Israel while we're in heaven. They won't be in heaven.
So how they gonna serve us while we're in heaven if they won't be in heaven?
Yeah, they will be experiencing hell. The worker is not in the same state as the boss, right?
Same company.
You said
not
what?
In the same role or title. Same company, not in the same role.
That's what I'm saying. So heaven,
same floor.
Right. So heaven and hell is a state. It's a condition. So if you're working and the other one is not working, the one not working but can tell the workers what to do, his state is better than the one that's working, right?
It reminds me of the Sabbath where your bondsmen, your slaves, people in your household will rest on the Sabbath.
No,
so they're working and
this is a little different. That's no.
That's a little different.
Yeah,
I'll let you take other calls. I want to follow up. So.
Yeah, but what I want to read, I just want to read to you, this verse to you.
Go ahead.
It said, this is Isaiah 60 and 10. It says, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I've had mercy unto thee. That's what happens to the non-Israelites. They're going to build up the walls, and the Lord's going to have mercy on us. He's not going to have mercy on them. Verse 12, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. So they won't even have a choice. They either serve or they're unalived. That's their choice. You understand?
I will. I'll read up on it.
All right, don't sweat. All right, brother, take care. All right, so to my callers on the phone, just bear with me. I got to go back to YouTube. On the YouTube, Maya, you got a question, Maya? I'm sorry, not on YouTube. I'm sorry, on TikTok. You got a question, Maya? It says Maya. Yeah, it just says Maya on my phone. Maya, go.
I'm listening.
Okay. Oh, you just listening? If you're just listening, that's fine. Did you have a question? Okay, she muted up. So Big B 7800.
Hey, Shalom, Mike. How you doing?
I'm good to go, brother. You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I actually have a statement, a thank you, and a question.
Okay.
My statement is, I appreciate everything that the UPK does, and you
Most
guys
High
help a lot of us out here in the streets, man. Real talk. My thank you is to Commander General Yohana.
Hello?
You got to hold on, caller.
Hello?
Wait, hold on 1 second.
All right.
To the callers on the line, just hold on, bear with me. I'm dealing with another caller right now. Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple years ago, my dad had passed, and I called the Cross the Line show, and y'all gave me Hazayyan's number, and the brother really helped me out.
General Hazayyan. You talk about General Hazayyan. Yeah, you talk. Yeah, there you go.
My bad, Salakia.
No sweat.
No disrespect.
No sweat.
And my question was about the two witnesses in Revelations. I believe it's 11.
Yeah, that's Judah and Ephraim.
Can you break that down, please?
Yeah, that's Judah and Ephraim. Yeah, that's Judah and Ephraim as they witnessed, and what you're seeing is them witness right now. Hey, Justin, you got to call back in about 10 minutes. My phone line is full.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's Judah and Ephraim witnessing to this day. That's who that is.
Okay, is that a single person, or does that represent?
No, when I'm saying Judah and Ephraim, when I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say Judah and Ephraim. So Judah and Ephraim is the tribe. That's us witnessing. Right.
Okay, go on. I appreciate it.
Hey, no sweat. All right, that was quick. All right, I'm gonna take one more on TikTok. Truth at the top. It says Truth. What's up, Truth? And if y'all could heart this video, I appreciate it. Share it to your stories. I appreciate it. Truth, what's up, man?
Ain't nothing, brother. I'm just listening.
Okay, no sweat. All right. Let me see. Since you just listening, we're gonna go to Sweetheart. Uh-oh.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, sis. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, not too bad, sweetheart.
Yeah. I just had a question.
Just so wait. Hold on 1 second. Just so y'all don't get all jealous, her name is Sweetheart. Before y'all get jealous. All right, go ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis.
I was just wondering if you could.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. The person came.
Okay.
Yeah, you good now. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if you could explain more of the Levites.
As far as what?
As far as the bloodline of the Levites and what their mission was. I know they were supposed to like be a service to the Most High and stuff like that. But nowadays we really don't talk about the Levites as much. It's more of the 12 tribes.
Well, aren't they one of the 12 tribes though?
Yeah.
So aren't we talking about them too?
Well, yes.
Yeah, there you go. See, and I'm just trying to simplify so you can see we are talking. You must be a Levite, huh?
No. I just had a question about them.
Oh, okay. So the Levites' job in the beginning was they were the priests. They took the priesthood because in Exodus, the 32nd chapter, when Aaron had them making the idols, the Levites are the one that joined themselves to Moses and the Lord, and then they became the priesthood, because originally we were supposed to be a kingdom of priests. That's what we were supposed to be originally. And so like it was always supposed to be after the order of Melchizedek. So this is Exodus 19:6. It says, "And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak to the children of Israel." So when Israel made the mistake, Levi became the priesthood. So for a time, Levi was in every tribe's village. So they was with Judah, Ephraim, and they served as the priests. When Christ comes, now we're back to a nation of priests. And so Levi is still a tribe. We just all have the same priesthood now, instead of just having a Levitical priesthood. That's the only difference. Outside of that, they're exactly the same as us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No sweat, sis. All right, to my TikTokers, I just got to take some calls on the phone. Just please bear with me. And to the callers and to the TikTokers, if y'all could get straight to what y'all want to ask, because as y'all can see, the phone lines and TikTokers are filling up. So next person on the line is 602-465.
Hey, Shalom, Cap, it's Omar.
Hey, Shalom, Mike. What's going on, brother?
I got a quick question.
Okay.
And it's quick. And it's more, I want you to expound on something. Hey, for real, yo. I'm tired of these other, hold on, I don't want to get you kicked off of TikTok. I'm tired of these other guys speaking on Command Engineer, how the name, slant.
Caller, hold on.
My guy, my elder, you know what I'm saying, my spiritual father, like that. You know, I think I wanted you to touch on how did Commander Junior how to get his rank? Because you know what, I see a lot of these guys out here. All they do is, okay, I join this group. Oh, I'm fourth in line. I'm third in line. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna go start up. Okay, I'm second in line. Okay, now I'm a break off of a break off of a break off. Now I'm first in charge. If you can please expound, sir, because I don't think I know how Commanding Commanding Jenny Yohana got his rank. If you can expound.
Okay, so as far as what I know,
rank, sir.
As far as I know, Commander Jenny Hunter came into the school in, I believe, 83, 84 at the age of 18. He came up, he's the first man under the 7 that started ISUBK. He stayed in that school and has never left that school, ever. When you hear of the different splits, so the first split I think was in the 90s, then they had a split in 2000. So the first split, ISUBK split, there were some brothers left and established something that it would eventually become the House of David. Commander Jenny Hunter didn't go there. Then you had Ariyah, I forget the other 2 brothers that left with the guy they call himself the Comforter. They created what's called the Israelite Church of God and Jesus Christ. And they started that. Commander Jenny Hunter still never left. He stayed in ISUBK. So the reason why Commander Jenny Hunter is in charge is because everybody left. Commander Jenny Hunter didn't fight for a position.
Who's next in line?
Brother, you gotta let me finish. There is nobody next in line.
Sir, my bad.
Yeah, there is nobody next in line. Commander Jenny Hunter is not one of those men that fought for power in ISUBK. He didn't fight to be in charge. He didn't fight to be the top leader. He didn't fight for that rank. And what happens a lot of times is the man that's not looking for that is usually the man that's in charge. So he's in charge because the men above him chose to drop their sword, and he did not drop his sword. He kept his sword. He endured the loss of brothers. He endured the loss of fathers. He endured everything. And so he's in charge because the men above him left and he stayed. And he learned from that. He learned what it means to endure to the end. He learned what it means to be in charge of men. He learned what it means to prophesy. He learned what it means to tell and command people what to do. So the reason he's in charge, like Otrep has said, because he kept his word. He kept his promise to the men that taught him. And the men that taught him told him, even if I leave, you don't leave. That's why he's in charge. All right?
That's what I want to hear. And if I'm not mistaken, the man who told him, no matter what you do, don't you ever leave the truth. If I could stand corrected, if you tell me, was it?
Yeah, that was Ariyah. Yeah, that was Ariyah that told him that.
Not a one concert. Hey, I think that's powerful because, you know, and Salakia, sir, I apologize if if I cut you off or something like that, but you expounded on it perfectly.
Thank you, brother.
And the thing is, Con, sir, you know, I think that was perfect on what you said, because the thing is, you know, coming into the truth, you know, you got your heads over you, you know, and you get raised up, you being diligent, you know, you being a good example. And the thing is, when everybody leaves.
Yeah, brother, I can't hear you.
Yeah, my bad, sir. So when everybody leaves, it's like when I'm. Hold on, I want to articulate myself good because I ain't trying to
I need
I gotta speak.
you gotta be quick too. I
I
got a
gotta
lot.
speak highly. I know. So I gotta speak. I gotta speak correctly on command in Jehoia's name. It's just like you said, sir. He didn't fight for it. He didn't debate for it. He didn't even ask for it. It's like you said. A lot of the other brothers had left, and because he was the highest. He was the high. What is it? The next man, the highest ranking man in charge. When all the other brothers left, he took it. He ran with it, and you know what? He ain't changed not a single word since he came in. I think that's a good example for people to learn with, to show brotherhood, loyalty, and then just keeping the word to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And just being the best man you can. That's a good example. I think that's very powerful for people to know. I just want to be quick, Cap. I appreciate you, Cap, man. Thank you, man.
All right, brother.
I love y'all, brothers, man.
Love you too, brother. All right,
yeah,
take
thank
care.
you, Cap.
All right. Before I bring the next call on the phone, there's a guy in my chat named what's his name? Nasir. If you got a question, Nasir, you can just come on the stage, man. You are doing a lot of typing in the chat. Next caller it says on my phone, 323-491. 323-491. Yeah, what's going on? And I need the other brothers, if y'all can mute your phone for me, please. What's going on, brother? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, man. Good morning. I'm in Los Angeles, so if it ain't morning time out where you at, man, hey, my bad. We're dealing with 9 a.m.
No sweat. Go ahead. What's up?
Thank you for letting me up. But I have just two quick questions, Cap. Let's just say if I'm out and my daughter is, needing to get picked up from work or school, or have a sister that needs to get stuff from work or school. Let's just say that they're not in the truth, and I ain't truth music in the car. As I'm picking them up.
You say they not in the truth, and you doing what?
So say something in the truth, and I'm picking a sister, I'm picking up a daughter, or I'm picking from work or school, and they're not in the truth. They refuse to obey. They just refuse. They need a ride, get picked up from work, and I'm actually picking up a family member from work or school, a sister or. Now let's just say I'm playing truth music in the car, and I'm picking them up. When my sister or my daughter gets in the car, are they to cover their head while this truth music is being played?
No. A woman doesn't have to have.
I was told that.
Who told you that?
I was told that it's prophecy.
Who told?
Like when you it's prophesying.
Wait.
Man, let me tell you, a weirdo brother I got that's with IUIC, and I said, look, man.
What you tell?
Look,
the next time,
we don't debate.
The next time,
we only debate our own kind. Everybody else, we teach.
Okay, brother, calm down. Look, calm down. The next time they do that, just tell them it's idol worship to have a picture of Jesus after your leader. Playing music is not prophesying; it's playing music. Prophesying is exactly what it is. Prophesying. A woman only has to have her head covered if she's praying or in class. That's when she had. If she's reading scriptures, head covered. If she's praying, head covered. If she's not doing either one of those two things, she does not have to have her head covered.
Exactly. I'm telling him. I said, well, what if you put a head covering on your sister or your daughter, and they get in the car? They're not in the truth. Then your feet.
Whether they're in the truth or not. No. Listen. Whether they're in it doesn't matter if they're in the truth or not. If they're in your car, and y'all begin to, let's say if they got in your car and they began to pray, you're going to tell them to cover their head. If they get in your car and any woman says, I want to know about a scripture, they're going to cover their head. If any brother, they're going to uncover their head. Doesn't matter if they're in the truth or not. That rule applies in your household, period. It's nothing more complicated than that. If you playing music, you're playing music. That's it. There's nothing more than that.
That's exactly how I felt. And then I told him, I understand exactly why you have to cut me off to say that, because I told him, even if you're trying to push the truth into your daughter and to cover her head because you're unlearned and you don't know exactly what this head covering is, which I told you is just about prophesying. Well, why would you have your daughter or your sister or whoever this is you're picking up cover their head, even if they're in the truth or not? But when they get in the car, they have pants on. So at the end of the day,
a woman can wear pants though.
A
woman can wear pants though.
Skin tight pants.
Well, now you being specific about skin tight pants. I said a woman could wear pants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Right.
No,
I'm saying if a woman gets into your car.
Stop, brother, stop. Listening is an art. It is not unlawful it's not unlawful if a woman wears pants. Skin tight pants.
Which pants you talking about?
I don't give a damn what
skin
pants
tight.
they up. If a woman walk outside in a pair of jeans, she can wear them jeans. You can't make it about skin tight, because if a woman can wear a dress, can she wear a skin tight dress? I'm asking.
So you telling me if a woman
answer my question. Can she wear a skin?
Okay, I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it.
Stop talking, brother. Like,
I'm going to answer it.
What I need you to do is focus and just listen. Can a woman wear a skin tight dress?
It depends.
So it depends if she can wear a skin tight dress, but it doesn't depend if she can wear skin tight pants. Both of them is showing.
I was going to say that, but I stuck with you.
Yeah, but why does it depend?
Well, I was going to say that, but I just stuck with your answer.
Why does it depend if she could wear skin tight pants, a dress?
Okay, now you let me answer. Okay, great. So if you got on skin tight pants, like I tell my daughter,
No, I didn't ask you about skin tight pants. This is why I said you got to. This is why I said.
Well, even if dress,
stop. Shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I gotta talk to you like a child. You clearly ain't listening.
I don't know who you think you can to.
I'm talking to you.
Central. I'll play that shit. Go talk to somebody else like that, nigga.
You'll play that shit somewhere else. I'm asking you about skin tight dress. I'm not asking you about skin tight pants, because it actually blew my mind that he said it depends if you could wear a skin tight dress. I think you shouldn't wear a skin tight dress or skin tight pants. I don't think you should wear either. And that was my point. There's dresses that you can wear that won't look good. There's pants that you can wear that won't look good. Here's another thing. Depending on how the woman is built, it doesn't matter what type of dress or pants. If that woman is full of tail, it doesn't matter what type of dress you wear. It's not going to hide the tail. I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to help him out. He didn't get it. So now I took 2 calls on the phone, so I'm coming back to YouTube. On YouTube, I just got Black Man. Black Man is God. I don't even know what that means.
Yes, can you read John 6:37?
Hey, y'all, I think this might be Golden Sword, y'all. Jesus Christ. You said John 6 and what?
John 6, verse 37.
To my TikTok audience and my YouTube audience, as I read this scripture, y'all let me know if I should have this conversation or not. This is John 6 and 37. It reads, it says, and all that the Father hath given me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out.
All right. I heard you say that Jesus only came for the Israelites. Now, did the Canaanite woman, did she come to Jesus?
What Canaanite woman?
Now you want to act silly. In Matthew
I'm not acting silly. Okay. I just want to know the question.
In Matthew 15, because you said you wouldn't feed the Hamite African boy, remember?
That's correct. Well, actually, okay. I didn't say I wouldn't. Well, I was given a hypothetical scenario. It wasn't a real scenario.
Okay. So in John 6:37 that you just read, Jesus said, all that come to me, the Father sent them to me, and that he would in no wise cast them out.
Right.
So the Canaanite woman was a Hamite, right?
No, she was a white woman.
She was a Canaanite, right?
She was a white woman. She was a Greek or Syrophoenician. Hey, Tree, you got to mute your mic, dude.
So
Tree, I can hear you opening doors. Can you mute your mic, dude? I'm going to just mute it myself. She was a white woman, but let's just say she wasn't an Israelite, so we could go get to the point.
Okay, so you're saying she wasn't an Israelite. Okay, cool. Now, according to the verse that you just read in John 6:37, who sent her to Jesus? And
God didn't
Jesus
send her.
said, huh?
God didn't send her.
Okay, but you just read in John 6:37, it said, all that come to me, the
Oh,
Father
hey,
sent
do
them
you
to
owe
me.
Manny? Do you owe Manny $100?
So now you're running from the question?
I'm just asking you a question.
No, I don't owe Manny $100.
Let me bring Manny up on the stage. Go ahead. Hey, Manny, I'm gonna send you an invite. You can keep talking. Hey, man, you can keep talking, man. I answered your question. I said that God did not send her.
Okay, so, but you just read in John 6:37, all who come to me,
Right.
the Father sent them to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna respond to that part.
So now you're lying.
When I'm gonna respond to that part. When it says all that come to me, it's talking about salvation. I just want to finish. The woman that came to Christ wasn't asking for salvation. She was asking for a crumb. Now that would actually fit what you're saying, because what it sounds like you're saying is that if an African was to come and wanted to get fed, why wouldn't I feed him like the Canaanite woman that came and got her daughter healed, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying, because that's the parallel.
Now you keep cutting me off, man.
I didn't cut you off, man. Relax.
I am relaxed.
Go ahead.
Okay. You just lied because you added to the text.
What did I add?
Show me book, chapter, and verse. You just said that John 6:37 was talking about he's sending them to him
Right.
for salvation, but it did not say that in
Okay,
the
so I'm
verse.
gonna tell you why I say that. No problem. Let me answer.
Let me finish though. You just lied.
I didn't lie.
Added that to the text.
I don't like being called a liar.
The text literally says, all that come to me, the
Right.
Father sent them to me,
Right.
and I will in no wise cast
So,
them out.
no problem.
Then you lied and said that God did not send her. Then you lied and said God did not send her. And you're not telling him to be quiet.
Oh, I didn't. Hey, Manny, I didn't know he could. I didn't know he could do that.
You was in a room.
I was. You know what, Manny? You absolutely right. I did do that. So let me just do this part, Manny, then I'll be good. So to Golden Swords. No, I got no. I got your point, man. You're saying that I'm lying because I said in John 6 it's talking about salvation, and you're saying I'm lying because John 6 doesn't say that. So you're saying all you gotta do is just let me finish, man. I'm repeating what you said so you can know when I respond. I am repeating the entire thing. I'm repeating it. That is what you said.
I also said that you lied because in Matthew 15,
right,
it clearly says that the Canaanite woman came to Jesus. Jesus clearly said,
but there's a difference. I got it. Wait, stop. So you can stop now because that's what I was going to say. Just be quiet. So in John the 6th chapter, Christ says, all that the Father giveth me. Right? That's the key point. All that the Father giveth me. And then Matthew 15, the Canaanite woman came to Christ to get a blessing of her daughter getting healed. When you read John 6:35, it says, and Yahweh shall say unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. The Canaanite woman wasn't coming to never hunger, to never thirst. She just wanted her daughter healed. She wasn't coming to follow Christ. She wasn't coming to obey Christ. She wasn't coming to get salvation from Christ. She was coming to get a crumb. The Father did not send her at all. So in John the 6th chapter, shut the fuck up. In John the 6th chapter, he's not talking about the same context of that. But here's how you could parallel that to the African boy that you brought. Yeah, I'll just drop it. So here's how you could parallel. Hey, Manny, I dropped him out. You know what, Manny? I forgot about the $100 bet that he didn't pay you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
For those that don't know, Manny runs a room on Clubhouse called Grand Rising. It's like my favorite room between Wack 100 room and Manny's room. Those are the two rooms that you'll find me in. And that guy that was just talking Golden Swords, he asked bet Manny and didn't want to pay that money. That's why Manny don't even come on my platform. This is the first time Manny been on my stage. I'm just messing with you, Manny. But to answer his question, when they talk about us not feeding the African boy, we do food drives. I think Natazab is on the stage. Natazab is in my school with me. So we actually feed people. So we'll feed the homeless. We have food drives for the homeless. And when it's a food drive, or when it's a or when it's a clothing drive, we don't ask people their ethnicity. We just give the food out. But if it's a specific event that we have for our school, then that's now under the laws of God, which is a little different. Because for the feast days, you have to be one of us to participate in anything with us. So when that little African boy wanted to be fed, that was our culture. And we don't feed non-people. But if we had a regular food drive or clothing drive and somebody came up and they was not one of us and they wanted to get fed, they can get fed. It's just that simple. All right?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Is it okay if I can say something real quick?
You the one that was chatting in the chat? What you want?
Yeah,
What you
I
want, man?
wasn't yelling. It's just
I never said you was yelling. I don't know why you said that.
And good morning if you're in wherever, like in Los Angeles or whatever, somewhere. So I just want to let you know, you can't really. It's not a good idea. I'm not here to debate. It's just my advice. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree with me. I'm not going to debate with you or nobody. It's not wise to learn about your history from these English people, these Latin people. It's not wise to do it because it has a lot.
What Latin people are you talking about?
You know.
What Latin people are you talking about?
Anybody who speaks a Latin language, man,
I don't
English people,
understand.
like the Bible, like the King James version of the Bible.
Why?
Stuff like this.
Why?
It's not
why?
Because it's translated from others.
But you're not telling. If it's translated, if it's wait, slow down, dude. Hey, on the phone lines, I got two people on the wait, Nasir, 1 second.
Yeah.
Can y'all mute your phone? Because whatever you're doing, I can hear it in the background. Thank you. So to Nasir, when you say because it's translated, is it translated incorrectly?
Yeah. Okay. So like the King James version of the Bible is translated from what you consider to be Edomites, which I think they are Edomites.
I never. No, you're lying. Don't lie on me. Wait, listen. Wait, hold on. Wait. You said that I believe it was translated from Edomites. I didn't. I've never said that.
Okay. I apologize. Okay.
So again, what? Show me where the translation is wrong.
Let me tell you, from their version of their Torah. Okay, so you're going based off of.
I just want you to show me where the translation is wrong.
Wait. Before I show you, you're going off of. You do know you're going off of there.
I just want. Oh, listen, brother. Listen. All I want you to do. Listen, man. Listen. I've been on this live a long time. I have a lot of people that want to talk. We don't need the ad libs from you or I. Can you just show me where the translation is wrong?
I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. Just if you haven't there, please listen. Their Torah. You're learning from their Torah. Okay, and their Torah, God tells Abraham to sacrifice his only son. In Hebrew, ancient Hebrew is Yahid. Yahid means one, only. Okay? Your only son could be only your oldest son. It's not, Isaac was the second son. Okay? So he told him to sacrifice his only son. Now, they'll go back and forth with you and say, Ishmael was born from Hagar, was his bondsman, and Isaac is his only rightful son. That's not how things work. Two, I'm going to tell you if you...
Wait. No. Slow down. We don't have to do two. Let's first look at one. Are you a Muslim or something?
Yes, absolutely, bro.
Okay, so I see what the argument is. You could never convert me to that. Wait, you could never convert me to that bullshit. But now I see. For everybody that's been following this live stream, we got a green bubble nigga trying to be a blue bubble. The green bubble trying to be a blue bubble.
I'm not here to disrespect you.
I'm definitely here to disrespect you though. Listen, y'all be thinking I'm supposed to have a respect for Muslims and stuff like that, but just think about what you're saying. What you're saying is that the Bible is wrong and you're right, and you don't look at that as disrespect. Just let me finish. You're looking at it by saying the Bible is wrong and you're right. You don't look at that as disrespect because you say it in a nice way. But then when I say you're a green bubble trying to be with the blue bubbles, you say I'm disrespecting. Both of them could technically be considered disrespect, because you can't tell me that because it says thine only, that means thy only. Wait, you can't tell me when it says it, it means thy only.
Forget what that only means.
Look at him. Look at him in his field. Look at him. Look at him in his field. Look at him. Just shut your. All you got to do is just shut your mouth, man. Because long before that son was born, long before Isaac was born, the Lord told Abraham that his promise is only with Sarah and their son. Correct?
Brother.
And can you answer my question, man? I don't need the brothers because we ain't brothers. So now can you answer my question? Long before Isaac. Listen, man, if you're gonna talk while I'm talking, we don't have to talk. I'm not upset. My voice ain't raised. This is why you chose to type. This is why you chose to type in the chat. I'm trying to ask my question. I'm gonna ask it again. Before Isaac was born and Ishmael was born, did the Lord tell Abraham that his promise was with Sarah and her child? Yes or no?
According to Islam, yes.
Right. So if he said that long before they were born, hold on. What promise did he ever have with Ishmael? What can you show me? Wait 1 second. I don't need the whole you wouldn't know. Can you show me in the Torah where he made a promise with Ishmael?
In the Torah, it tells Abraham to sacrifice his only son.
That's not what I asked you. This is why I say, can you show me? So here's an example. I'm gonna show you an example of what I'm asking. This is Genesis. Let me see. Genesis. I think it's gonna be 17. Bear with me 1 second.
And I'm trying to tell you something, but
you can't tell me anything.
No. When I answered the chat,
you really can't tell me anything because you don't really listen.
When I answered the chat,
like you're not listening. Like you're not listening.
I just said I want to give you some advice.
Yeah. On the phone lines, I'm gonna go to 602-784. 602-784. You there? Going once, going twice, gone. Totten Davis. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I got a couple questions real quick. Cap, how you doing?
I'm good to go. What's your questions?
Okay, first question, man. I wanted to know, was the serpent in the garden the first Edomite?
I wouldn't say the first Edomite because Esau wasn't born till Genesis 25 and 23. But the serpent in the garden is the spirit of what would be the Edomites. He's the Edomite before they were Edomites.
Okay. Now, what about Cain?
Cain carries the spirit of that serpent.
Okay, so they just had the spirit.
Right.
Now, I got another question. Now, when you say that when we become unalive and our spirit leave the body can't do nothing or respond to nothing, right?
Right.
In the grave.
Right.
How was the martyrs of the saints able to cry out to the Most High for vengeance?
That's in the spirit. What you're talking? Can you give me the verse you're talking about? Because when you say that, I thought about Baruch. This is Baruch. Let me see if this gives you what you're looking for. This is Baruch. This is Baruch 3 and 4. It says, "O Lord Almighty, Thou God of Israel, hear now the prayer of the dead Israelites and of their children which have sinned before Thee." So you're saying in Revelations, I think it talks about the prayers of the saints. That might be a better one that you're looking for.
Yeah, well, it talks about the ones that was martyred.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this for you. 1 second. I think it's in Revelations what you're looking for. Give me 1 second. Yes, I think this might be it. This is Revelations 8:4. It says, "And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before God." Is that what you wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Might be verse 3. It says, "And another angel came and stood at the altar having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it up with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar which were before the throne." Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but it says that they cried out from the grave
Let me see.
to the Most High, asking him when will he take vengeance for them?
I think that's in Revelations as well. I'm just skimming through. Let me see if I can find it directly for you. Bear with me a second.
Okay, bro.
Let me see. Revelations 5. No. Let me see if I
think
can.
it's Revelation 6 and 9.
Okay, let me check. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is Revelation 6 and 9. It says, "And when he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for their testimony." There we go. All right. So when it's saying soul, let's talk about their spirit. So the spirit goes before the Father. You see how it says, "I saw when he had opened the fifth seal." So before I go further explaining, remember, Revelations is visions. It's not.
Okay.
Some of it is parables, some of it is literal, a lot of it is visions. So when it says, "And when he opened the fifth seal is a vision." So a seal is like you would receive a letter from a king, it would be sealed up. And only a certain person can open up that seal, whoever it belonged to. So when this fifth seal is opening up, "I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony." Now, what would you think would be their word as they are slain? What would their word be to God? I'm asking you.
To save them?
To save them, right.
I'll
give another example. When Genesis, the 4th chapter, when Cain unalived Abel, what did God tell Cain about Abel's blood?
That it was crying out from the earth.
That's right. Now, blood don't literally cry. But what God is saying is, seeing the blood of Abel, it's requiring him to do something about it. So when it says the prayers of the saints from the time that they were living to the time that they were unalived, and even us today, the Lord have them in an incense. He has them under the altar. And that cry is for vengeance. So that's what you're seeing. That seal is opened up, meaning those prayers can now be answered. So imagine building up the prayers, collecting the prayers, and just waiting for a time when those prayers could be opened up so that those prayers could be answered. Another good one is Luke 18, and this is Luke 18, and let me read. So now when you read Luke 18, 1 through 6, it talks about a woman that was crying for vengeance against her enemies. When you read verse 7, it says, "And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them?" So the prayers of the saints are all being filled up spiritually. That's the vision that John is seeing. He's seeing that seal being opened up with all the prayers of the saints since Jeremiah, since Ezekiel, since Ezra is talking to the angels saying, when is the end going to come? So it's all of that.
Okay. Now, I got one more question, bro.
Okay.
Now, when Christ returns, he says that the ones that pierced his side is going to see him. Does that mean that they're going to be resurrected to see him coming?
No, that means that Edomite that did that in the regeneration, he's going to get punished for it. That's what that means. You know, like in the scripture, whether he knows or not, I couldn't answer that.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
You know what Roman Catholics believe? You know what Roman Catholics believe? Roman Catholics believe that they believe that he never unalived, that he's been living since that time. That's what Roman Catholics believe. That's not what that scripture's saying. And the scriptures, like in Ezekiel, when it says, "My servant David shall appear," or like in Malachi, when it says Elijah will come before the great coming of that day. But then we see in the New Testament that Elijah was John. Did John know that he was Elijah? No. But spiritually, he was Elijah. So it's the same thing with the man with the serpent. It's the same exact thing.
Okay. Now, I got just one more, Cap. Now, in Ezekiel 39 and 28, when Most High says, I have left none of them anymore, does that mean that he has not left them anymore in Israel or
Ezekiel
in the land of the enemy?
Ezekiel what?
39:28. The last verse.
I'm just reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, when it says he's bringing every Israelite out of the captivity. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, so that's out of the cap. So that don't include the 2/3 then, right?
It does include the 2/3. It just means they're going to be out of whether they're unalived or not. No Israelite is going to be left in that captivity. Now, where they go as far as being where they go for their judgment is different.
Oh, okay. But every Israelite will be
out of
brought
that
from the land they're captive at.
Yeah. Now, whether they go to righteousness or whether they go to unrighteousness, that's up to the Lord.
Oh, okay. Just like he did in Egypt in Exodus.
That's correct.
He brought every Israelite out.
That's going into the wilderness. Remember, they all the Israelites went out to the wilderness, and what did they do? They purged out the rebels. So they're gonna purge out. You read
the
that.
Ones that was
that's
disobeying and complaining and whining.
Yeah, you read that. You read that in Ezekiel the 20th chapter. The rebels will get purged out.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, that's all I wanted to know, brother.
Thanks,
it. Man. I appreciate what you're doing, bro. God bless you.
All right. I got one TikTok. I got one more call on the line. Ramsey Spence or Rammy Spence.
Good day, Captain. Shalom. I had a question.
What's your question?
Scripture.
Wait, hold on. Before you talk, I want to shout out Maya. Maya made an excellent observation. She said the phone calls go smoother. You want to know why, Maya? Because TikTok is for the lunatics. I've been trying to get on TikTok, and every time I get on TikTok and try to have sensible conversations, they all go Looney Tune. And I don't know why. I try to just say, hey, man, let's just talk about this. Let's just get it together. Now, that's not to say that I don't have crazy calls on the phone, but almost, I would say 85% of the TikTok conversations be crazy. 15% be normal. So, excellent observation, Maya. All right, so go ahead, Spence. What's your question?
Okay, Captain, you ever heard of IDMR?
No, what's that, a barcode?
Okay, that's cool.
What's that, a barcode or something?
No, it's almost like church. They just don't use the name.
Oh, okay.
God. They use Elohim, Yahweh, Yahshua.
Okay, what about it?
It's pretty much the same. Okay, so me and my mom, I've told my mom about the, ISUPK and Israelites and who we are for the scriptures in the Bible.
Right.
So we always come up on 1 Corinthians 15 and 50 because she always brings that down because I tell them that the other nations are going to serve us in the kingdom, and she always brings up 1 Corinthians 15 and 50 where it says, "Now I say it, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God."
Right.
Neither the corrupt inherit corrupt.
Right.
So she thinks that there won't be no flesh, so how are we going to know who's who in the kingdom in heaven?
Okay, so that's just it's a couple of scriptures to help you understand this. So that's 1 Corinthians 15 and what verse?
15 and 50.
All right, so I'm going to hold 1 Corinthians 15 and 50, right? And then in John 1, the first chapter, I'm going to read John 1 and 13. It says, I'm going to read John 1 and 12. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. So now those men that in verse 12, when it says, as many as received him, he gave power to become sons of God, those were flesh and blood men, right?
Right.
But when they become the sons of God, they're not born of blood, nor the flesh, nor of man, but of God. So those are flesh and blood men that are now born of God without flesh and blood, because it's talking about being spiritual. To be born of the flesh, for people to let me read the 1 Corinthians 15 so y'all can understand what that verse says. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50 says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. I want to add one more scripture. This is the book of Romans, so you can understand. This is Romans 7 and 14. It says, for we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. So in this context, when it's talking about flesh, it's talking about what you do with your mind. When it's talking about spirit, it's talking about what you do with God's mind or God's spirit. So if you obey yourself, you're flesh. If you obey God, you're spiritual. That's the context of what it's talking about. So in John, the 1st chapter, those men that follow Christ became the sons of God because they changed what they thought. So they didn't think about themselves no more. They didn't think, okay, I think it's okay to dishonor my mother and father. They honored their mother and father. I think it's okay to worship what I want. They worship what God wants. They didn't think, okay, I'm gonna break the commandments of God. I'm gonna keep the commandments of God. And as you keep the commandments of God, you become more spiritual and you fight your flesh or you fight your mind. That's how you be one with the Father. Being one with the Father is doing what he say. Being against the Father, you do what you want to do, or you do what you want to say. So in 1 Corinthians 15, you can't be corrupted, meaning following your thought process. So you got to tell your mother, does she go to church on Sunday?
Yeah.
She's corrupted.
Yes, she do.
So you got to tell her that's what that corruption is. And she's going to say, well, I ain't corrupted because I'm going to church on Sunday. And then just teach her that Sunday is the worship of the sun. That the day of God's worship was on the Sabbath. So if she's doing something that she wants to do, she's corrupted. And then you ask her, you say, do you want to be spiritual? She's going to say, yeah. Then let's do the Sabbath on Saturday. Now, if she switches and does the Sabbath on Saturday, you're going to tell her you just became spiritual. If she says, no, because I've been going to this church for 20 years, 30 years, then you say she's corrupted.
Correct.
That's what that is. You got to almost make it plain so they can understand it. And you're going to tell her, didn't God say the Sabbath was the 7th day? She's going to say, yeah. Isn't Sunday the 1st day? She's going to say, yeah. So do we obey God or do we obey man? And if she fights you to obey man, then you tell her she's corrupted. If she joins you and obeys God, now she's uncorrupted. It's just that simple.
I appreciate that, Captain.
All right?
I really do.
Hey, no sweat, brother. You take care.
Thank you again, Captain.
You're welcome.
You do the same.
All right. I'm going to try to finish up with as many TikTokers as I can, because it is getting to the time when I'm about to roll. So I think I'm going to go to Elo, the bottom 4, because the top 4, they just here. The bottom 4, Elo, how you say his name? Eli Smoke Sticks. Oh, you get high? Eli, you get high?
Nah, it's L Smoke Sticks. I don't get high, bro. What's going on?
Oh, that's a weird name then. But I'm good to go. What's your question, brother?
In reference to Jeremiah 22:30, watching one of these other streams, and they
You said Jeremiah what?
22:30.
Okay.
They're saying that Joseph's seed was cursed.
Are you talking about Yochanan?
Yeah, Yochanan. Can you break that down?
So now the people that tell you that, do they also say that Mary's lineage is one of them?
Yep.
You know that Yochanan is in both of them, right?
No, I didn't know. I'm trying to break that.
No, that's where I want you to start. You got to tell them that Yochanan is in both of those lineages, and then see if, because now when you're dealing with people with the virgin birth, it's real crafty with them. So now to answer your scripture outright, when it says he cursed that seed, it's only that seed. It wasn't perpetual, because this ain't about, the promise wasn't given to Yochanan, it was given to David's seed. And so if you get an example, if you go to Psalms 32, I think it's Psalms 132. Just bear with me. Let me make sure I get the right one. I think it's Psalms. Yeah. So if you go to Psalms 132 and 11, it says, the Lord has sworn in truth unto David. He will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon my throne. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon my throne forevermore. There's another one I want to find where it says if they break it, he'll punish them. I'm going to see if I can find that before we finish this breakdown. So you got to make them understand the promise has nothing to do with Yochanan. It has to do with David. If they obey, he blesses them. If they disobey, he punishes them. But if you look at Luke, the 3rd chapter, and Matthew, the 1st chapter, they both contain that same Yochanan. So when they say that that's Mary's lineage, then even though it's not Mary's lineage, it's Joseph's lineage, then you have to tell them Mary's corrupt too, and then watch them squirm and make an excuse. And when they begin to try to make an excuse for Mary, then you got to ask them, well, why you ain't making that same excuse for Joseph? Because it'll be common sense to them then. When you tell them Mary has Yochanan in it too, it'll make sense to them that it's only talking about Yochanan and his seed, not David's whole line. You understand?
Yeah, I got it. Both seeds corrupt. So if it
Well, both seeds, right? Both seeds are not corrupt. But if they're gonna, the way you want to word it is, if Matthew's is corrupt because of this person, then Joseph's seed is, then Mary's seed is also corrupt. Even though that's not, you got to almost, what I'm telling you to do, teaching you to do, is how to debate them and beat them at their own game.
I got it, but I can see it coming. That's why the Immaculate Conception had to happen. That's why she wouldn't.
But only Roman Catholics believe in do you know what Immaculate Conception is?
Without a father. That's what I thought it was.
No, You know what's crazy? I didn't find out what Immaculate Conception was until like 3 years ago. So Black Christians don't believe in Immaculate Conception. Roman Catholics believe in Immaculate Conception, because Roman Catholics, Immaculate Conception is believing that Mary was born sinless in her birth. The Immaculate Conception has nothing to do with Jesus at all. If you act, go ahead. No, go ahead. What was you gonna say?
No, I think I read that because I talked to a couple of Catholics and they were saying that the Immaculate Conception was about Mary, not about Jesus. So
yes, yeah. So when you say Immaculate Conception, and this is why they had to teach Immaculate Conception came out in 1854, and the reason why they had to teach that is because as they're trying to say Jesus is God, as they're trying to say God got Mary pregnant, the argument then, and they say because of this whole sin thing, the argument then becomes, well, Mary got a mother and father too. So if Mary got a mother and father, she had to be born of sin. So how did Christ avoid sin even if God made Mary pregnant? Yeah. And then Immaculate Conception comes about. So now Mary is sinless. And so because Mary is sinless, that's how Jesus is able to be born. And that's what Immaculate Conception is. That's when that comes from. Yep. Her birthday, they celebrate that. So just saying, because I saw somebody said 18th. So I'm going to read this. It says Immaculate Conception is a Catholic dogma declaring that the Virgin Mary was preserved from all original sin from the moment of her conception in St. Anne's womb. Defined by Pope Pius IX in 1854, this grace was unique, a preventative act by God in anticipation of her role as the sinless mother of Jesus Christ. So they have to do that to justify, because if Mary has, in their mind, if Mary has a physical mother, physical father, then she's not born sinless, because they don't understand what sin is. Sin is not something that you're born with. Sin can only be something that you do. If you don't transgress the law, then you're not a sinner. So that's how they come up with that. So when it comes to the two lineages, you could just stick right with that.
Yeah, appreciate it, big brother. I'm
Hey,
gonna
no
continue
sweat.
to watch, man. I be learning a lot from you,
Most
bro.
High in Christ. I appreciate it, brother. To Jay, what's up, Jay? Jay, you got a question?
Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom, Cap. Really just mainly, oh man, I don't know. It kind of catch me off guard because I came downstairs to check the mail, and I didn't know you was gonna call on me that soon.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Just hold peace. I'll come back to you. All right.
Well, can I go ahead? I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the way. You ever heard any brothers talk about, or any Christians talk about, there is no more Israelites, and they said that the northern kingdom is destroyed? You ever heard that doctrine before?
No, I never heard that, but I will read Romans 9 and 29. Well, before I read Romans 9 and 29, I will read this verse. This is Jeremiah 31 and verse 30. I'm going to start at verse 35, and I'm going to read to 36. Man, what the hell just happened? Here we go. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation before me forever." So last time I checked, brother, right now, that sun glaring, right, shining on shine. That sun shining right on this big ass, beautiful forehead I got. Listen, I may have a big forehead, but this forehead is beautiful. I got the most beautifulest forehead on the planet, and the sun is shining right on it. So that means Israel's still here. And then if you read in the New Testament, in Romans 9 and 29, it says, as Isaiah said before, except the Lord of Sabbath had left us as a seed, we had been as Sodom and been made like unto Gomorrah. So there is no actual literal Sodomites or Gomorrites. We can only call somebody a Sodomite spiritually based on the way that they lived, because the Lord destroyed them all. So Israel will always exist because God said they would always exist.
Nah, it's just I was debating. I don't know if he was a pastor, but he called himself minister, and he brought out something, and I couldn't really follow because I was headed to do the work on the streets, and he was saying something about some prophecy that the northern kingdom was supposed to be destroyed, which I couldn't really follow. But I took him to Joel chapter 3, and we was talking about the Grecians and the Greeks.
Right.
And, in Acts, I was telling him that the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom was sold to the Grecians, basically the Greeks, and that falls along the lines with Acts 21.
Yeah, and you know what? You gotta look up, when you're dealing with Christians, just study replacement theology. That's what you want to study. Yeah, that's what it is. Once you understand, so replacement theology is when they say the church replaced Israel. But even if you look up the word church in the New Testament, you're going to see it's reflective of congregation of the Old Testament, which is only talking about Israel as well. So that's what they push. What they push is that we're all Israel spiritually. That's the importance of always bringing up scriptures where it's about Israel. Even in the New Testament, Hebrews 8 and 8, when it says, I will make a covenant with the house of Israel, with the house of Judah. It doesn't say new covenant with everybody. So if Israel is no more, why is he saying house and house? So replacement theology is why that pastor is teaching that.
And of course, the last thing I had told him that I had took him to Ezekiel chapter 37, and I asked him a simple question, but he still could not answer, and he was just making it seem like I didn't know what I was talking about, and he just kept dancing around Ezekiel chapter 37, 22.
Yeah.
The prophecy of them two kingdoms coming back.
Yeah.
And I just kept asking him, when was this prophecy fulfilled?
Yeah, that's what. Listen, and make them stand on it.
But he kept using that. Him and another brother kept using that. I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm mad. I'm stupid.
Yeah, when you can't answer scriptures, that's what you're gonna do when you can't answer scriptures.
Khan and the water.
All right, no sweat. Appreciate it. Muslim, you up next? What's up, Muslim?
Hey, what's up, Captain? So I just had a couple of questions. So, as a black Hebrew Israelite, right?
I'm not a black Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite.
Okay. So as an Israelite, right? You believe only the Israelites are saved?
I believe the only Israelites will be saved. Nobody is saved today.
Okay, so according to you, in modern day, who are the Israelites?
In North, Central, and South America would be the blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, and then my brothers and sisters that are scattered in Europe, Africa, and Asia.
Okay, so sub-Saharan Africans are not Israelites.
Listening is an art. I said my brothers that are scattered there.
Okay.
It could be Israelites in sub-Saharan Africa. It could be Israelites in Europe. It could be Israelites in Asia.
Okay. Okay. So,
You a Muslim?
how would you?
You a Muslim?
Yeah.
Are you like an actual Muslim though?
Yeah. I'm an actual Muslim. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be for you. Like you couldn't be one of us. But let's say if one of my I ain't even see Big Yashala right there. But let's say if one of my brothers thought he was a Muslim, I would say it's for him though, but it's not for you.
Okay. So, how would you? How would you categorize? Because I've seen some of your interviews before. I saw the Tyler Olivier documentary,
Right.
as well.
Right.
So you believe?
Shout out to Tyler Oliveira. That's one of my. I think I inspired him to start attacking Jewish people. Cause after the interview we had, listen, he been going off on them so-called Jews. But go ahead now. What's your question?
That's good. That's what's up. Yeah. So I saw that you don't believe white people are saved. But
Well, I don't believe Arabs. Your people are saved either. None of y'all.
No, I'm not Arab. I'm Bangladeshi from
What
the
the heck?
Indian subcontinent.
You said who?
Bangladeshi from the Indian subcontinent.
Oh, Punjab.
No, not Punjab, but from the subcontinent, the Indian subcontinent. So you don't believe East Indians or Indian subcontinent people are saved either?
No, hell no.
Okay, but they're not on the same level as white people, according to your belief?
Nobody is on the level of white people. White people are the most diabolical race of people on the planet. But Elamites. So like they like you can look up historically, like even in Acts the 2nd chapter, you'll see that Israelites came back to Jerusalem from Elam. So there's Israelites everywhere, but native or ethnic Elamites cannot get saved either.
Okay, so according to your belief,
Like don't y'all believe in Buddha?
No. I mean, I'm Muslim.
So you left your own people's culture for Islam?
No, I was born into Islam.
So your parents disrespected Buddha.
No. So
somebody in your line disrespected Buddha. Somebody did.
I mean, it's a possibility. It is a possibility, but a lot of my ancestors were Hindu as well.
That's why I said Punjab. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Krishna is part of Hindu. It's so crazy. There's a difference between.
Y'all the father of them nasty ass dreads, man.
Yeah, I mean.
That come from Shiva. The girl wave her arms. That come from Shiva. Yeah, that's where them nasty ass dreads come from.
Yeah, but I wanted to know, according to your belief, right? Is there a level when it comes to different races? Because you said white people are the most diabolical.
Yeah, it's definitely levels. Like even in the Bible, it teaches that. In Genesis the 3rd chapter, when it says the serpent was more subtle than all the beasts of the field. So there's other beasts of the field that are subtle, but the serpent was more subtle than all of them. So there's people that can be devilish, there's people that can be evil, there's people that can be cruel, but then there's somebody that's the epitome of cruelty. And that's the so-called white man. He is the epitome of cruelty. You ain't even got to, whether you talk about slavery, look at the continent of Africa. Look, if you go everywhere, there's not a place that the European or the white man has went to that he has not demolished them people.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Somebody on my YouTube said, hold up, Cap, I have locks there. You better cut them nasty ass dreadlocks. Probably got all type of dead lice and bugs and dirt and all. You got, yeah, they got all type of dirt and it's idol worship. Even the term thug, that term thug that we think we popularized black people, thug comes from the thuggies that worship the goddess Shiva, and they would go rob people and then bring the wealth to that god. That's what they worship.
Yeah,
these are locks, like these braids that's getting a little rough. These are locked in place. That's right. And I'm going to be able to unlock these. And Wednesday, I'm going to get them re-braided or re-locked in place. Yeah, locks is idol worship, man. Get them nasty ass dreadlocks. Them is knots. Them ain't locks. Them is knots.
I'm Muslim, though. The Hindus are idol worship.
I know you a traitor. We already established you're a traitor to your race, man. We established that already.
Nah, I'm not part of. I don't believe, in the race religion thing, but the thing is, continuing when it comes to your belief when it comes to different races, right?
Okay.
If you believe that white people are the epitome of evil,
epitome,
then the other races, for example, Arabs, East Indians, or anybody else, right? Why can't they still be saved?
Because they evil too. So like when I read Psalms the 83rd chapter, I'm going to tell you why. So in Psalms the 83rd chapter, this is what it says. This is Psalms 83, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, for lo thine enemies. So we talking about our enemies. For lo thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. Now we're going to read them. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, the Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. So these are all the nations and other nations that have conglomerated together, have joined together, have commissioned together to destroy the children of Israel, and you all gonna have to pay.
Okay, but
I already asked her what nationality he is. He's Punjab. He's just a Muslim.
No, I'm not Punjab. I'm Bengali.
Bengali. Hey, ain't them Iranians bombing over there?
Nah, they're not.
They ain't hit y'all. They didn't hit y'all spot yet. Okay.
Nah, they didn't hit it over there. I'm from New York City though, just like you. You're from New York.
Right? I'm from Jersey. I hate New York. Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I hate New York.
Oh, got you. So
I'm with you.
Are the punishment of different races different then? If there are
so like for example, the white race's ultimate judgment is to be no more, whereas the other races, once they serve out their judgment, they'll be third-class citizens living in their land. Y'all ain't gonna be able to y'all be able to eat the cow because you won't think it's your uncle anymore. You'll know the common sense. Humans don't reincarnate the cows. So we'll be able to teach y'all, the proper way of living,
So do you guys believe in an afterlife, like heaven and hell, and the day of judgment?
We believe the afterlife is this life. The life after this life is the next life that you live. So we believe in what modern words would call reincarnation, is what we believe.
Okay. So where in the Bible does your belief come that the Israelites are the only people that's saved and everybody else is doomed?
Christ said, John 4:22, salvation is of the Jews. Actually, he said, ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Romans, the 11th chapter, the 26th verse says, so all Israel shall be saved as it is written. That's what it says.
Okay. So, just a couple of last things before I go. So, you guys.
I'll give you one. I'll give you like one more.
Okay.
So give me your most important thing.
So, you don't believe Palestinians are saved?
I'm gonna say it again, young man. If you're not an Israelite, you're not saved, man. And you're not even Palestinian, though.
Have Israelite blood.
But you not. But you. What you said? What?
Some of the Palestinians have Israelite blood.
Listen. So if there's someone in Palestine that is an ethnic Israelite, he or she can be saved. But if there's a Palestinian that is not an ethnic Israelite, they cannot be saved.
Okay. All right, brother. So
I'm not your brother.
I invite you to look into Islam because
I'm not looking at y'all worship rocks, and your prophet is a PDF. Your prophet was with a 9-year-old girl. Why would I look if let me tell you something. If a man that said he was a prophet slept with your daughter that was 9 years old, would you follow him?
First of all, that's not even agreed upon.
That is agreed upon. Stop. That is agreed upon. Stop it. Stop it. That is agreed upon. And here's the crazy part. They and y'all and that Muslim, they said Aisha, Muhammad wasn't even the first person she was betrothed to at 6. She was betrothed to someone else at 6. Before she was betrothed to Muhammad at 6. And then got betrothed to Muhammad at 6, consummated at 9. So again, if someone took your daughter at 9, are you going to believe he's a prophet?
Firstly, that's not.
Can you answer my question first?
Societies were different.
Can you answer my question?
Okay. Well, what's your question? Ask it.
If someone slept with your daughter at 9 and said he was a prophet, would you believe him?
Depends on the society. Depends if she hit puberty, mentally mature. All of those things count.
Hey, I got one more follow up question. What's 5 plus? Wait. I just got one more follow up question. What's 5 plus 5?
10.
Appreciate it, man. Do you see that? You see that? Yeah, you see that? That man said depends on the culture. You could have his daughter at 9.
That nigga is dangerous. Hide your kids, hide your wife, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing that they cannot prove, even in the Quran, because the Quran reads just like how the Bible reads when it came to Israel. It literally says in Surah 2 and 122 how he chose Israel over everybody.
I'm still tripping off. That man said it depends on the culture.
Ridiculous, man.
So if he's in a culture where a 9-year-old is this is why I love the Bible. Because you can't read that. And you can't read that in the Bible. Like Rebecca was not 3 years old. Y'all got to stop listening to Rambam and books outside the Bible, man. I'm sorry. A 3-year-old does not have grown man conversations.
But Cap, that's what I'm saying. Inside the Quran, they can't prove that Allah had chose or dealt with any other nation.
Yeah, brother, but you sidetrack it, Jay. You got to stay focused. We talk about Muhammad being a PDF. You talk about children of Israel being the chosen people of God, and we not talking about the same thing, man. Stay focused with me, man. Yeah, focus with me, man. This man just said, depending on the culture, that man could sleep with his 9-year-old daughter. And you talk about chosen people of God. Don't mix us with that.
That's exactly why we know they can't be saved. Because
there was 2 different things right there, man. Listen, hey, Sharon and y'all should have came here earlier, man. I've been out here 130 minutes already. Yeah, listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all see this brother Sharon at the top? If y'all don't follow this brother, y'all follow this brother. This brother goes live. I usually check his lives when I'm on my way to the gym in the morning. This brother be doing all-nighters. He be live 12 hours. He way better than me. Because listen, if I do a live for 3 hours, that's amazing. Like sometimes if I'm doing a debate, those could last long, but the do this called Chronicles for 3 hours. I couldn't do it. I don't know how he do 12 hours, but he be doing it. So he do have good live streams. Now, I'm not co-signing his beliefs though. I'm just co-signing his live stream. I just want that for the record. And that's another thing I do like about the brother. When I go on his live and we have a difference of opinion on subjects, we can talk about it. I've been able to help him with some. I ain't saying he agree with me afterwards forever, but I do help him see some things differently. But his live streams are fair. So he has fair live streams. So if you want to go on his live streams, you can definitely join it. But I do appreciate y'all rocking with him. About to roll now.
Oh, let me ask one question before I go.
Okay, what's your question?
What are the top 3 people you want to debate, and do you have any debates coming up?
I got a debate coming up Friday against some guy named Jay Dyer, who apparently I debated before. I got a debate coming up. I'm gonna be on this channel. I got a debate. It might be a 1 versus 5. I might be versus 5 Catholics, or it'd be 5 on 5. That's gonna be Tuesday the 24th. I'm gonna be in LA. Sunday I'm gonna be in Vegas. I'm gonna be on I can't remember the brother's channel. This ain't the one on the brother's channel. I don't think that's a debate. This Friday that's gonna be on No Fugazi's platform. So we'll see how that go. I told him he can't be biased, but Jay is supposed to be an Orthodox Christian, so we'll see how it goes. And then I got a debate on Modern Day Debate platform. That's also supposed to be against Jay. So those are the debates that I got coming up. And Wack 100 is getting me on this platform. Let me give y'all that platform. And before I go, I want to shout out my brother Wack 100 again, because Wack recently, Bradley Martin. I don't know if you ever heard of Bradley Martin, but I'm gonna be on. Yeah, I'm gonna be on his platform.
You gonna be on Bradley Martin?
Yeah, last night.
Hey man, proud of you, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Most High in Christ, man. And Wack 100 last night told Adin Ross in front of everybody that Captain Tazaryach taught him that the Jews are black according to your father. So, and if you was on the TikTok early, he actually called my phone. We had a conversation, which I'm gonna make a clip out of, where he was breaking down the things that I taught him, how we built and did all those shits. And he even said, because y'all know I consider Wack an Israelite, but he doesn't. And he even said he's he pushes being for a non-Israelite, he pushes being a non-Israelite more than anybody, and I can't disagree with him on that. Because for him to be in the position that he's been in, he goes on Vlad TV, he goes in front of Adin, he goes in front of everybody. Even when he interviewed Kanye West, he brought me to interview Kanye West. So he does push it. He ain't lying about that. So, since you was gonna say something before I go?
Yes. Yes, I wanted to say that I was in a debate with a Christian with Mary, me debating to him that Joseph is the father of the Messiah, and what he did is it was a very good conversation. It wasn't crazy or nothing like that. But what he did is he took me to Genesis with Abraham and Sarah, and what he started to say is that because Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was 90, that the Most High had spoken and said that they were going to receive a son. And so, in other words, because of their age, he was trying to say that they weren't able to have relations.
Yeah, that's not true because that's not true because when in Genesis the 25th chapter, Abraham took another wife and had more kids.
In Genesis where?
In Genesis the 25th chapter, when you go to Genesis 25, let me get it for you. When you go to Genesis 25:1, it says, then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimram, Juskan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other kids after that.
He tried to get me right there. He tried to get me right there.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing wrong with Abraham's rod. He was getting busy. Salakia.
He was 100 years old.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So I just want that for the record. All right.
Hey, Kevin, I got a question real quick.
Come on, man. I'm trying to leave. Y'all keep talking. Come on. This is the last. Don't y'all ask me no more questions.
No. So I saw your debate you did with the Saint, and you did one with Fugazi also. Right? I realized like they were very disingenuous. Are you planning on doing another debate with the Saint?
No, I don't think I'm doing nothing with the Saint. It depends. So all debates depends, right? Meaning like I don't get emotional about it. Like I like when they're disrespectful. Because when they're disrespectful and I can still beat them through their disrespectfulness, me going back there ain't gonna bother me. It just depends on what level they did. Now the level that No Saint did, when you involve my children, that would get you cut off permanently. So, but No Fugazi has never done that. No Fugazi is the one that's gonna moderate this debate with me and Jay Dyer this Friday. So I don't really get, caught up in that. Like content is content for me, and pushing the word of the Lord. When Christ was disrespected, he never stopped talking to the Pharisees and Sadducees. So I'll take it like that, and we have to suffer for Christ. That's suffering, to push the truth. And as long as my people are in these spaces, I'll go in these spaces. That's the one thing I thank the Lord for. The Lord, like me and Yasha Allah and Sharon, we was talking about this the other day. Like, we have to be in these places that spiritual wickedness is. So if it's in social media, the word of the Lord got to go there. The word of the Lord got to go to the Hollywood. The word of the Lord got to get into hip hop. The word of the Lord got to go in all these places, because if it doesn't, then what we're telling the Lord is that we want the demonic spirit to exist. So somebody has to go, why do you think I love and fuck with Wack the way that I do? Wack is somebody that doesn't believe what I believe, but is bringing what I believe in spaces that nobody else will. Think about this. Nick Cannon, for example. Nick Cannon knows he's an Israelite. I've had a conversation on Instagram with him, and he was supposed to bring me on, has not brought me on yet, and he knows he's an Israelite. Wack will tell you he's not an Israelite, but talks about me all the time in all the different platforms. So it's important for us to go into these spaces and constantly do these things. Like somebody put in the chat and said, you want money. I don't get paid a lot. When I'm saying a lot, the only payment that I received thus far is my flight and my hotel stay going on somebody's platform. I don't get paid. And when I do debates and I get paid for a debate, I give that money to the school. All that money goes to the school. So my first debate that I did with Polite, I think they paid us $2,500. That $2,500 went all to my school. When I've done debates with Sinetta and we've gotten paid for it, I give it all to the school. I have not personally received any money for a debate. And when I do receive monies, I send it to the school. So no. Now, if you talk, now my YouTube platform is monetized. So if you talk about money from that, yes, I do get YouTube monetization. But as far as when I go on these different platforms, I have not received payment. But when I went on like Matan platform, he had to pay for my flight. He wanted me on there. The brother, when we sat with the Roman Catholics, they paid for me and Katazai's flight and stay. So I think you should pay if you want me to come on your platform. But as far as receiving money like that, and just for the record, I'm not against getting paid. I just haven't gotten paid yet. It's not unlawful to get paid. Like in the Bible, it says wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. And here's the sad part. People will pay $300 for a pair of Jordans that don't mean shit. But if a brother that's actually pushing the word of the Lord, or sister for that matter, is pushing the word of the Lord in righteousness, they think you have to be a bum. They think that you should not make anything, that you got to invest your time, study. Just imagine how much studying I have to do to be able to defend the word of the Lord, how much history I have to know, how much skill I have to have, and I have to invest. Listen, being away from my family. When I travel to all, I got wives and children. When I travel to all these different places, I'm away from them. And what people say is, you should just do that for free. And that just doesn't make any sense at all. It is a passion, But that don't mean that you shouldn't be paid for your passion either. So I'm not against anybody making money. The Bible doesn't say that you should not make money. The Bible does not say that you shouldn't do anything. The Bible just says the love of money is the root of all evil. So I don't love money more than I love God, but I will, and I'm not afraid to get paid for what I do, period. All right. So with that, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Until next time, Yahweh Bashim Ashah Brakathum, Yahweh Shema Thum Bashim Yahushai. All right.
Shalom.
Shalom, Mark. All right. Now, let me get my super chats out the way. Let me come over here to the super duper chats. Whew. Shout out to Hosea Israel with the $20 super chat. Spencer Army with the $10 super chat. How long you keep your braids in? I keep my braids in about maybe three weeks the most. Jimmy Johnson, I don't like you uppity iPhone ninjas. Listen, man, that breakdown I gave on Israel being the blue bubbles, I think that was epic. That's what I think. I think that was absolutely epic. So until next time, Shalom Israel.